For some weird ass reason, some people think that just because I'm black, I have to vote Democrat. And it's very strange to me. You know, I kind of understand where, you know, that mindset mentality comes from, considering the fact that I used to be, you know, ignorant and naive as well. I used to think that, oh, because I'm black, you know, Democrats are for me, you know, Republicans and conservatives are just for, you know, rich white people. But at some point, you know, you gotta, you know, educate yourself. You gotta, you know, if you don't know where to find the truth at, you gotta ask. You gotta do your own research, and that's what I did. And now, you know, I realize that everything I, you know, was taught about Democrats was a complete lie. I know that Democrats aren't for black people. They're not for anybody, to be honest, but themselves. Republicans aren't just for white people. They're for everybody. And that's who I want to be, you know, affiliated with. I want to actually be, you know, part of a party, support people that's going to, you know, be for everybody, not just a certain group of people, not just a certain skin color or whatnot, like how the Democrats act like, you know, they are. That's why I support Trump now. You know, I used to be a Biden supporter, you know, very foolish of myself for that. But you know, I love Donald Trump. I love Uncle Trump. Simple as that. And you know, I'm voting for Trump. I can't wait for him to get back to the White House so he can, you know, help save America. You know, just like my shirt says, I'm an American. I love my country, and we love beyond color. I believe that Donald Trump, he embodies this. He does love his country, and he does love beyond color. That's somebody I want to support. Not somebody like Biden, who's racist. And I'm not going to support that weak, weird, democratic, liberal narrative anymore that pushes black people just to thinking inside of a box. And it's weird because there's a lot of white liberals, white Democrats that will try to tell black people how to think. They're trying to think, oh, well, or they'll be like, oh, well, just because, you know, because you're black, you have to vote for Democrats. You got to vote for liberals. Oh, you can't vote for a Republican. You can't be a conservative. They don't care about you because you're black. Like, what? You know how backwards that sounds? I've never had anybody from the right try to tell me how to think. I never had anybody from the right try to explain, try to, you know, demand to me that I can't, you know, vote a certain way. I can't think a certain way because of the color of my skin. But that's literally how Democrats and liberals are. I mean, Biden even said it himself. I vote for the BS. I thought, oh, I have to vote for him or I'm not black. Like, you know, ridiculous that sounds. You know how ignorant that sounds. Ignorant mindset that is to have. I no longer have it, like I said. But there's so many black people out here that still do. And you know, I challenge black people out here that are still thinking like that to think for themselves, to actually do the research, and they're going to find out that, you know, Democratic Party isn't a party for them at all. It's not for anybody. It's a Republican Party. And even if you don't want to, you know, be a Republican per se, think about the candidates. You know, Donald Trump is I can't talk. Donald Trump is the obvious best choice for us if we want to save America. I mean, look how their economy is now. Underneath, you know, Bidenomics, it's terrible. Everybody's struggling just to make ends meet. When Trump, we were all thriving as a whole. We weren't on the verge of World War III like we are now. Everything that Biden said would happen when Trump became president is literally happening now with him. All the negative. And if you don't see that by now, unfortunately, I mean, there just might not be any hope for you. So, again, I challenge y'all, if you want to research, you want to find out that Democrats are lying. They have been lying. They're not the party for black people or anybody. And you don't have to think like that. You don't have to, you know, be a Democrat just because you are black, just because you are a person of color. You can be a Republican, you can be conservative, you can vote red. You can believe in other things than the Democratic slate ship. You can jump off it. I was on it for, you know, I'm 34, my whole entire life. But no longer am I on a Democratic slate ship. I had to get off of that. I'll never get back on. Not even in shackles. Love beyond color.